Welcome to the debate. Before we start, please hit that like button, subscribe, follow, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our discussions. I also have a quick housekeeping update on the Martin Stevens versus OpenAI matter. Just to be clear, this isn't a lawsuit yet.
Right. We're currently in a voluntary quiet period.
Exactly. A quiet period requested by Martin to pause public info releases. We are hoping for a settlement, but honestly, no progress or discussions are known to be happening right now. And finally, the dead man switch hasn't activated, meaning Martin is physically and legally safe.
Good to get that confirmed.
Yeah, definitely. So, update complete. Now, imagine finding out that the deepest, darkest parts of our oceans aren't empty, but are acting as stealth highways for a highly advanced species that has been sharing this planet with us for centuries.
Which is a pretty wild thought.
It really is. Today, we're diving into the escalating controversy around UAP disclosure and the cryptoterrestrial hypothesis. The central question is, are the recent claims from intelligence insiders about recovered non-human biologics credible enough that we need a complete scientific paradigm shift?
Or does the absolute lack of physical evidence mean this is just modern folklore? Born from circular reporting?
Right. Well, I take the side that these whistleblower testimonies point to a massive empirical mystery that absolutely demands rigorous scientific openness.
And I take the position that without testable materials, these claims are just cultural mythology mixed with the misidentification of highly classified but entirely earthly military programs.
I know what everyone listening is thinking. Secret earthly intelligences? Reptilians? Have we lost our minds? But stick with me here. We aren't talking about blurry lights reported by internet conspiracy theorists. We are talking about highly vetted intelligence officials, like a David Grush testifying under oath to Congress about the government recovering non-human biologists.
Right,
And researchers at Harvard and Montana Tech formally proposing the cryptoterrestrial hypothesis, suggesting that non-human intelligence might reside right here on Earth. I look at this like the Silurian hypothesis. Our geological record is incredibly fragmented. So assuming we possess a complete, unbroken understanding of Earth biological history over millions of years is a massive failure of epistemic humility.
humility is fine, sure, but science requires data. Have you looked at the comprehensive findings from AARO, that's the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office? They just reviewed over 70 years of historical data. Their conclusion, zero empirical evidence of off-world technology. Zero evidence of alien bodies.
Well, they reviewed what they had access to.
True, but when you look at the specific claims pushed by former CIA-funded researchers like Dr. Hal Puthoff and Dr. Eric Davis, it actually borders on the absurd.
Absurd how? I mean, these are Stanford-trained quantum physicists.
Absurd because they suggest the U.S. has recovered exactly 4 species: greys, Nordics, insectoids, and reptilians. That perfectly mirrors 20th century science fiction tropes. It reads exactly like a mid-century Star Trek casting call, not a biological reality.
It sounds like sci-fi, sure, but look at the credentials of the people saying it. We're talking about Navy commanders like David Fravor and individuals with TSCI clearances. For the listeners, a TSCI clearance means top secret, sensitive, compartmented information.
It's the highest level.
Exactly. These people have passed the government's most invasive background checks and polygraphs. When they testify about multi-decade reverse engineering programs under penalty of perjury, they have everything to lose. That carries immense professional and legal weight.
It carries weight, I'll give you that. But secondhand stories, no matter who tells them, do not magically manifest physical evidence. Take Dr. Puthoff. He literally went on a show to talk about these 4 alien species, but explicitly admitted his knowledge was strictly secondhand.
Well, he couldn't exactly bring a piece of a ship into the studio.
He stated, and I quote, "I have not had direct access to that, but I believe the people I talked to." Where is a single piece of independently testable material, a photograph, a biological sample?
The lack of public evidence is exactly the point, though. It's heavily compartmentalized and guarded, which is why we have to look at the observable behavior.
But even when AROO actually got their hands on a piece of metal alleged to be from an alien spacecraft, they tested it, and it was an ordinary terrestrial alloy with absolutely no exceptional qualities. Without hard data, even a Stanford physicist is just recounting a ghost story someone else told him around a campfire.
Okay, so if the physical evidence is locked away or muddied, what about the behavior military sensors are capturing? Because these craft aren't just in the sky. UAPs routinely tracked dropping from the atmosphere into the ocean.
The USOs.
Right, unidentified submerged objects, operating at physics-defying speeds underwater. Some are even seen entering active volcanoes, like Popocatépetl in Mexico. This transmedium travel, moving seamlessly from space to air to water, perfectly aligns with the concealed earthly intelligence operating from uncharted oceans.
Okay, let's actually unpack the evolutionary biology of that. Eric Davis claims these supposed beings, the Nordics, the reptilians, all have 2 arms, 2 legs, and a humanoid appearance. The Nordics are even said to have Northern European physical features.
Convergence.
But if a species evolved in the crushing depths of the ocean or in a subterranean cave system, why on earth would they face the exact same environmental pressures to evolve a human nose and 2 walking legs? The biological mechanism just doesn't track.
But convergence in evolution is a well-documented mechanism on Earth. Look at sharks and dolphins. They come from completely different evolutionary lineages, but look almost identical.
Exactly. They look identical because water hydrodynamics demands that specific torpedo shape to survive. But a subterranean cave or a deep ocean trench does not demand a bipedal, blonde-haired humanoid. The environment dictates the shape. The only environment that dictates the Nordic alien shape is Hollywood.
Okay, let's pivot from biology back to the government secrecy, because that's where the smoke is thickest. If this is all just Hollywood lore and misidentified terrestrial drones, why did the Senate Majority Leader draft the Schumer UAP Disclosure Act?
Because of political pressure from those same believers.
But that proposed legislation explicitly included eminent domain provisions to seize UAP-related materials controlled by private aerospace companies. You don't draft laws targeting alleged legacy programs and non-human intelligence unless there is a genuine, heavily guarded secret. The intense pushback from the defense sector suggests a real cover-up.
The cover-up is real, but the subject of the cover-up is entirely terrestrial. High-level secrecy exists to protect special access programs, or SAPs. These are things like advanced radar spoofing and next-generation drones. But here is the massive revelation in that ARO report.
Which part?
The part showing that rumors of secret alien programs were generated by the exact same interconnected group of believers. Take Kona Blue.
Okay, the reverse engineering program?
Right. It's been touted as this massive, secret government alien reverse engineering program. But AARO found out it wasn't a government UFO program at all. It was a proposal pitched to the Department of Homeland Security by UAP believers. DHS looked at it and said no. They never approved it. They never funded it.
Wait, so you're saying...
Yes. It is the ultimate game of telephone. The very insiders claiming the government is hiding the Kona Blue program are the ones who pitched the program to the government in the first place. The government rejected it, and now those same guys are pointing to their own rejected pitch as proof of a cover-up. It's an echo chamber misinterpreting conventional secrecy.
That is definitely a sobering lens on the bureaucracy of all this. But to summarize my position, when you have military sensors capturing objects seamlessly dropping from the sky into the ocean at Mach speeds, and highly vetted insiders swearing under oath that we aren't alone, we have to stop pretending we know exactly how reality works.
Fair enough.
Whether they are cryptoterrestrial sharing this planet with us in stealth or something else entirely, there is a substantive mystery here that science must confront with open eyes.
And my summary is that until hard, peer-reviewable evidence replaces anecdotal claims and rejected DHS pitches, the crypto-terrestrial narrative remains a fascinating sociological phenomenon, not a biological reality. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Relying on stories of humanoid reptilians without a single DNA sample is just not rigorous science.
I think where we absolutely converge, though, is on the necessity of removing the stigma surrounding this topic for our pilots. Military and commercial aviators are reporting genuine aerospace safety hazards, and they need to be able to report those without fear of career ruin.
Absolutely. Whether an object is a foreign adversary's drone or previously uncatalogued atmosphere phenomenon, flight safety is paramount. And I'll gladly concede that the vast, unmapped depths of our oceans guarantee there is plenty of material left on this planet warranting further rigorous exploration.
Thank you all for joining us. Before you go, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, follow, and hit the notification bell. We started today talking about how comforting it is to look at a mapped reality, to assume we know exactly what is looking back at us.
But it's never quite that simple.
No, it's not. As we've seen, whether you're staring into the deep oceans or the halls of classified intelligence, perhaps the most terrifying and exhilarating thought is that the map is still being drawn. Keep questioning.